So you do have to start asking yourself, are we seeing a little bit of a tip, a little bit of a change in direction for this market? So moving onwards, and we're going to have a look at top trades now. Now this is what I call an elastic band trade. Now the Bund for today, I think was reasonably fair to be expecting that we'll get a little bit of cave fill. The question just is, how far down do we come? That's the highest volume in the downside distribution, and how far up do we go? Not a very clear high volume to the upside. Yes, this is the VPOC at 16s, but it could very easily have been at 13s. It could very easily have been at 03s as well. Now, the elastic band element of this trade comes from the nature. So this is the profile when that trade becomes possible. All the values down here, you can see it. This is the profile going into this move. And what you can see is the morning's trade up until around about 9:30, all very consolidated sideways. Builds value up down at 172.70 down to 40. So that's then the test down onto the HVN at the bottom of range. You then get this very lightly traded, see no massive pickup in volume, drift higher, which takes us a full 40 ticks up. Just drifts on and on and on and on and on, but doesn't manage to shift value. You're not getting any real change in volume here. No shift up in the volume being accumulated in one place. This is just a market floating higher, getting itself stretched, everyone buying this, getting sucked into the I need to buy it, I need to buy it, I need to buy it kind of mentality. Effectively becomes trapped at the top. And this is where your elastic band comes in, that the market that can't shift value as it moves higher gets sucked back down. I'll show you this on a ladder. So let's get your ladder up. Here we go. So we're actually playing this at double speed, just to make sure we can actually cover it all. But what we're looking at here is the end of this move and how do you play this elastic band trade. Now, you can see the reference points that you're going to be interested in. You've got your point of control and high volume node all coming in around about 13s to 16s. So that could well be your point that this market reverses from. But what you then need to see is something on the ladder that says, yes, have a go at it now. We've just seen a 500 lot get filled on the offer. Market manages to stay bid here. So we're still able to progress higher. There's still some buying in this. So what you wouldn't want to do for an elastic band trade is just sell it as it goes up and sort of say to yourself, well, it's probably done enough, I can sell it. What you want to be doing is, as it progresses up, letting it show you a point where you can then enter a short to try and play the move right the way back down. First area 04, but really what you're looking for is a move all the way back through the single prints down towards 90s. That's going to be your main aim for this trade. So what we're focused on here is how do you get into the trade? Once you're in, this is the move, and it's just a case of maintaining your position and not exiting too early. It's a case of trust the elastic band that we are going to get sucked back down. So what we're trying to find here is your entry point. Now what we can see is, we have traded 1400 lots now. I've just lost the ladder for you. Here we go. We traded 1400 at 11. So where that 500 lot initially got filled, someone's reloading it. You can see once more we've got another 500 or just under 500 there. So perhaps now we're starting to get that absorption, people trying to get a position. There we go, another 446 filled. And straight away the offer comes straight back in and 400 at the price of the low. So now the person willing to sell, they get filled once more. They're happy to keep on coming back with this. This is your absorption. This is where someone's happy to keep on selling it here potentially on the basis that this is too far from value and they're looking for a mean reversion trade back. This is now starting to show up as a potential elastic band trade. We managed to get 10s offered here now, and then 9s. And so what's happening here now, and you can see that we're not able to trade back 9s, 10s very easily. This is because the people who've sold it are now starting to become more active. They're now starting to sell it at lower prices. Rather than wait to get filled up here, there's now more of a willingness to come in and sell 9s, perhaps even sell 8s, 7s, 6, 5, 4, as they realise that you're not getting those fills higher up. This could be people profit taking, this could be people wanting to sell that realise or feel that they've missed out on that sell now. And so what we're now looking for, got your position, you stop, can be positioned above the high. If you really want above that VPOC at 17, with your target down at least 204s, but really 90 should be your main target here. That then takes you right the way back through to single prints to where we did have a small amount of volume, but that's going to be the area you're looking for. And this is the whole idea of an elastic band. The market's effectively stretched itself without moving value. So it doesn't have the reason to be up there, yet it still is up there. Now we start seeing this turnaround coming that little bit quicker. We now drop down towards 02s. We then start to consolidate in this zone, so we trade between 00 and 03 for 5 minutes. I'm not going to show you the entirety of this. Before then progressing lower. This is the point where you need to trust the elastic band trade, and this is quite a common thing. With the elastic band trade, what will often happen is you start to fall and then you get another wave of people trying to buy for the continuation. Once they're gone, so these people buying it around 00s to 03. Once they're gone, then the move finishes off and falls further down towards those 90s. So it's often a move that's a little bit of a staggered move back down. It's not always the easiest, but it's all about that recognition that you have that trade there, that availability of a trade. Spot the absorption, spot when that absorption turns into people actively selling, and then you'll get the further move to the downside. So despite it being a pretty dull, pretty slow day, we've still had opportunities. We've still had a few small chances and something to learn from the day. And that's the most important thing, that whatever happens, you're able to still learn something.